Hello everyone, welcome to a video tutorial. We're going to be factoring a trinomial with a equals 1 and going through all the steps, making sure you guys have a good example of how to do this. So here we've got x squared plus 9x plus 20, and I'm trying to factor it into two binomials multiplied together. Alright, so let's go through our method. So first of all, when we're talking about factoring a trinomials with a equals 1, we're talking about the coefficient. If I look at this x squared, there's no number multiplying it. Well, that means there's a 1. It's an invisible 1 times x squared. So my value for a in this trinomial is just 1. My value for b is the coefficient of the middle term. And in this case, my value for b is 9. And my value for c is 20. So again, we're looking at the coefficients, and the coefficients help us know how to factor and rewrite this polynomial in factored form. All right, let's talk about the method then. So we looked previously, our method was identifying what is b and c and finding specific numbers that work with that. In particular, we need two numbers, m and n, that add up to equal b, but when I multiply them together, they equal c. So what are two numbers that add up to 9? And what are the same two numbers that also multiply to make 20? Well, in this case, my two numbers are 4 and 5. 4 plus 5 make 9, and 4 times 5 make 20. So what do I do with that 4 times 5 and 4 plus 5? What do those numbers mean? Well, they let me rewrite it then as x plus 4 and x plus 5. It's both plus 4 and plus 5 because they're both positive numbers. And there we go. That's my factored form. Those are the two binomials that multiply to equal this trinomial. Then you're like, where did that hocus pocus, how did you just pull that up, right? You just kind of came out with this? Well, let me show you where this comes from. Let's multiply it out and check it out here. So when I take this together, I'm going to have x times x. So let's use the distributive property. X times x gives me x squared. Let's multiply it out now. X times 5 is going to give me plus 5x. 4 times x is going to give me plus 4x. And then 4 times 5 is going to give me 20. Now think about what I just did here. I just did 4 times 5 to get 20, right? And didn't we take the 20 and say, well, what two numbers multiply to make 20? But I'm not done because I still need to simplify this polynomial. What do I need to add together to simplify it? Well, I need to do 5x plus 4x. Didn't we just try and figure out two numbers that add up together? And didn't we say they had to be 4 plus 5 to get me the 9? And that's where this method came from. We were working backwards to take our trinomial, and based off this 9 and based off the 20, and knowing how I multiply polynomials, we're able to then work backwards through that method and get to our factored form. So for final solution, if I take this trinomial x squared plus 9x plus 20, it factors into x plus 4 times x plus 5. And that is the factored form. There's two things multiplied together, two smaller binomials that multiply together to equal that trinomial. All right, hopefully that was a helpful example for you as you're developing your own ability to factor out trinomials.